What is going on here? Alright, I think we are live. Just making sure. Alright, yeah, I think we're good. Alrighty then. Welcome to the stream. Just wanted to see if we were all situated here. Real quick. Yeah, it looks good. So yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. Today I'm actually going to be catching the post-legendary Pokemon, and also probably getting my Miraidon as well that I did not capture yet. The second one that you can get, pretty much. The one that you can trade and all that. Alright, so real quick. I am... Alright, we're just gonna start off here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I already collected some of the stakes off stream. I did like half of them, so I will do some of them on stream just so you kind of get an idea like what we gotta do. It's gonna be pretty straightforward though. I'm just gonna go to the area on the, like I pretty much have a guide up that I'm just gonna follow. But also real quick, off stream, I'm gonna post a clip of this on my YouTube channel, Daily Sassifrass, a little bit later, but I finally got my first shiny Pokemon in this game, and it happens to be, here, I'll just show it to you. I did post it on Twitter already, but yeah, we finally got our first shiny, and it is actually an Iron Bundle. I did use the sandwich power to get the boost for water types, and I went to Area 0, and on my very last minute, I actually found this. I don't have the shiny charm yet, but yeah, pretty insane I was able to get this. I did go in with ground, but I wasn't there the whole time. I was actually trying to do a mass outbreak of Wooper, but it ended up, yeah, it hit midnight before I could really, I only got like 20 minutes of hunting in that area, to be honest, but then I went to the last 10 minutes in Area 0 and I found a shiny Gibble, so my two very first shinies in this game, pretty hype about that. I did record the capture. I wasn't streaming or like on OBS, but I did capture the clip when I caught it in game, so I'll probably try to make a little like short or something for this channel. But anyways, I think today we'll actually start off, since I already completed 2 of the legendary things already, I'm gonna go to we're gonna go capture one of them first. We'll go to Icewind Shrine and we're gonna capture our first legendary, then we'll collect stakes for another one, we'll catch that, and then yeah, we'll go from there. I just figured it would be kind of nice to start off encountering one of the legendaries. So thanks again for coming out to the stream today. I hope you're all doing well. And if you're watching this on YouTube, definitely consider liking. It does help my content reach a wider audience here on YouTube. So yeah, let's just jump into the shrine here. Right. Let's go. Kerbang. I don't know which one this is. Oh, okay, it's this one. I'm still not 100% familiar with all the names of Pokemon in this game, so it'll take a little bit of time. But I did bring my False Swipe Scyther. I think most of my Pokemon might be too high of a level. Oh, I should have led Scyther now that I think about it. I know these are all Dark type. I actually do not know what the secondary typing of this Pokemon is. So, it looks like it could be Ice. But I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so we got our Scyther in. I guess I'll just go for Sword Stance and go for False Swipe. Seems like a solid way to start this. Okay. Oh, it is Ice. Dang, that's gonna hurt. Oh wait, I could Terastallize into a normal type. Yeah, I should have led this. Hopefully they don't use Ice Cold Crash again. If they don't use it right now, then I can, in fact... Yeah, I'll Terastallize into a normal type. Hopefully I can tank the next move it throws and then heal up. Alright, we're gonna go for the false swipe. Okay. Yeah, I think Galade's probably a better false swiper in this game just because you can get access to hypnosis with it as well. But yeah. Alright, actually this works out pretty good. Oh wait. That's fine. At least we got it down to 1 HP, that's all that matters. Okay, so now we'll bring in something just to kind of like... I don't know if I have anything actually that has a status move on it. Yeah, I don't think any of these have a status move. So we'll just bring something in and we'll just start throwing Ultra Balls, I think. I don't really care what... These are shiny locked, so we're just gonna, you know... We're not gonna really worry too much about it. And the way the game is, it's relatively easy for us to change the nature and such. To be honest, I don't know if I need to get 0 Speed IV for any of these. This Salamence wasn't the best one to bring in. I wasn't even really thinking like it's ice, but hey. Hopefully we can just catch it. Come on, let this be the one. Okay. That's fine. We have it sitting at 1 HP, so should be good. We saved right before. We'll catch this one first, and then we'll see what we should do next. Maybe I should look on Cerebi and see if I should be re-rolling for Speed IVs for any of these. Again, I don't know. I'm sure eventually they'll be usable in VGC. I just don't think right off the bat. I don't know. I actually don't know what they're going to do for the rule set. We'll be seeing early December here. Maybe they'll announce it before December. Typically they would, like a day or two before, right? Here, I'll go to Cerebi. I'm gonna see what the speed stats on these Pokemon are. I'm not gonna care too much about getting like 0 in attack or whatever. I mean, yeah. I will admit too, I don't really particularly feel like resetting for 0 Speed IV. I really hope none of these Pokemon are good in Trick Room. Because then I'm gonna feel like, oh, maybe I should. Let me organize by speed. Okay, so I'm just still throwing Ultra Balls here. Let me just type in the name of this Pokemon. So this is called Chien-Pao. I feel like this probably has good speed. I mean, it just looks like a Pokemon that would have relatively good speed. So, more than likely, this is not one that we need to worry about IVs particularly in. It may be a physical attacker as well. Yeah, this has a base 135 speed. We are not going to worry about trying to get Trick Room variant. Right, we'll just keep throwing Ultra Balls, and I think, well, at some point, we'll switch to Timer Balls. But Ultra should be solid. I'm probably just going to Master Ball Miraidon as well, because I don't even know if I need this Master Ball. And with people doing those, like, cloning glitches, I'm sure people will be trading Master Balls later down the life cycle of this game. On, like, surprise trades and stuff. I never use the Master Ball in these games. And since, like, none of the legendaries are really... I don't think you can shiny hunt any of these. So, I don't really see the point right now. Yo, this is actually kind of crazy. These must have a really low catch rate. Alright. Wow, this thing is tearing through my team. Okay. Let's bring out Tinkaton. Tinkaton probably can resist a lot of these attacks being a Steel Fairy type. Alright, we're gonna throw an Ultra Ball here. Thanks again for coming out to the stream today. I hope everyone is doing well. Alright, we caught our first legendary here. The Chien-Pao. Very cool. Alright, Dex entry. I'm actually getting really close to completing the Pokedex in this game. Been grinding it a lot off stream. I've been like, this game is very much at times suck, yo. In a good way. You have something in mind that you're gonna do, and then you end up taking way longer to do that thing than you initially intended to. It's actually insane how sidetracked I get at times. Okay, so we caught our first one, and I did say at the very beginning of the stream that I did save 16, in theory 16, because I probably have collected some of these through my playthrough. But I'm going to actually, now that I caught one of the legendary, we're going to actually go through and get the remaining stakes for Wo-Chien, and then what we'll do from there is we'll actually encounter that legendary. So I'm going to go through, I left, like I said, so essentially for 2 of these legendaries, I left all the stakes up, so I can kind of just show you like what you had to do. But yeah, there's guides online to make this a lot easier. Some of these you probably have seen through your playthrough and probably already obtained a bunch of them. But yeah, definitely when I went through and I was collecting some of them this morning to, you know, have 2 of the dungeons already opened, it was, I was actually like kind of surprised. There's areas I've never even visited yet so far in the game. Yeah, so that was cool. I think I probably got this one already because I don't see it right now, but I'll walk around. I'm not going to do any of these raids just yet. I don't want to get too distracted because, like I said, it's super easy to get really sidetracked in this game, and then you find yourself, you know, an hour off track from what you were initially planning. Maybe it's down here. I feel like I got this one already. So I'll check, and if I don't see it like hanging up around here, then I'm gonna assume I got this one, and we'll just move on to the next one. Yeah, I don't see it, so let's see where our next location is. Alright, cool. Pretty close to here, so we'll go there. But yeah, I'm actually gonna be starting to put out some competitive content here for VGC. If you're just tuning in, I actually am competing in January, on January 6th, for the very first Scarlet Violet VGC tournament in San Diego. It will be the very first tournament in this game that is official, so pretty hype. I've already been seeing, I've been preparing stuff, you know, hoarding a bunch of items and such in game, but yeah, I've been seeing a lot of insane like tech and strategies already that people have been posting. So yeah, it's going to be a very insane first tournament, I think. All right, here's the stake. Perfect. So pretty much there's 8 tied to each location, and once you get to the post game, you can actually, if you finish your history lessons in school, you can unlock flight paths to all of these, to every single one of these areas. At the moment, I actually just realized I didn't, wait, I need to heal up my Pokemon too. I actually forgot to go over and so it shows you on the map once you finish the history lesson, but to actually unlock the flight path, you have to go there after the fact. So, wait, did I already go here? Oh. I literally just flew here. I must have already gotten this. So, let me heal up real quick, I think. I'm gonna go over here. Let me see where the next stake is as well. Okay, it's like by Messagoza. Alright, let me heal up because my squad's really in dire need of it. And we'll see from there. Alright. Oh yeah, I guess I could look at the Pokemon too I just caught. I want to see what nature it is. I mean, obviously it doesn't matter, but it's always nice when you get lucky. Rash, okay. We'll take it, that's fine. Yeah, I've been grinding a lot of raids and such because I've been trying to get Terra shards. I've been getting a lot of the Herba Mystica as well. At some point I will be doing streams where I'm going to be hosting, just giving people free shiny buffs. If you don't know, there's actually a way in the game currently through Union Circle that I could actually give you the sandwich buff for +3 encounter and +3 sparkling. And I can give it to you for free without me wasting any of my Herba Mystica. So I was doing this yesterday, and that's how I got my shiny, actually. One of my friends gave me the boosts. And yeah, it's actually really insane. Like, this game right now is like, people are finding some crazy ass glitches. And, you know, it's like questionable if you should take advantage of them or not, but I don't know. I feel like the reality is these are not the worst case scenario. Like, when it comes to like cloning and stuff, I like tend to not really, I don't want to do that type of stuff just in case there is something down the line that kind of goes, you know, there's like consequences or whatever. But this, like that glitch, I don't think there's any possible way you would ever get in trouble for it. I mean, if anything, they might patch it out eventually. But yeah, right now it's like interesting because you can do a sandwich as a group and buff everyone in your party, but it's weird what happens if the person hosting the group disconnects before they accept their own buff. It essentially just brings you back to your last hard save. It's very strange, but a lot of people have been finding these little interesting tidbits out, and I'm sure you've been seeing it if you're watching a bunch of content for Scarlet Violet on YouTube. I'm sure you're just getting recommended these videos. A lot of the top creators are posting content on these, I guess they would be called exploits. Because that's what because they're obviously not intended to be this way. But yeah, I guess it really just comes down to, will Gamefreak patch these things out? Or like, what will they do about it in the future? But again, like, it's like you're still catching 100% legitimate shiny Pokemon. You're not guaranteed to get a shiny Pokemon through this method. It's the same as if you just made the sandwich yourself. So yeah, I don't think there's really any real consequences that you can get punished for, you know, doing this with your friends, but yeah. I do feel a little bit weary about like the item dupe glitch, and that's the other one I think is currently going around. But again, that one, I really don't think there's any way you could get in trouble, personally. But yeah, like, it's just personal preference, how you want to play the game. I mean, some people can use that technique to sell a lot of like items that they typically would be rare for them to get, and I don't know, I feel like to a point, I still like the idea of just like grinding the game like how it's intended to be. But yeah, just saying, there's definitely a lot of like craziness going on in this game. Early launch, and we can only hope that, you know, Gamefreak takes this seriously and, you know, really puts out a patch that helps the quality of life. I'm really hoping that at least, like, you know, I don't want to say like I want to wait until DLC to fix these issues in the game, but, you know, hopefully we can see some real changes. Where am I going? Where is this city that I'm looking at? Is this Mesagoza that it's looking at? It doesn't look like it. Wait, what city is this? I'm looking at this map on Polygon. Of course I'm using Polygon. Wait, what? Where is this? Oh, it's right here. You can do it. It's up to you. Yo! Metal level, bro. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the support, homie. Really appreciate you, bro. Hope you're doing well, man. Okay, so it's like right over here. It's actually like right by this flight path, so I'll just fly over here real quick and let's get these stakes. I will admit that I've been still like putting off VGC a little bit, but it's also getting to a point where I will be building stuff in Showdown probably later today. Like, I want to do a stream this week where I'm playing on Showdown, maybe even playing in-game using teams or rental teams or teams that I actually built. But, you know, it's a tough place to be because I want to cover content, but I also want to be very private about what I'm actually thinking of doing until I actually compete in January. But, yeah, there's a lot of, like, strategies that are already going around that I'll probably cover and try to, like, give my take on them. Holy, you got 100 mil from raiding Ultra Beast yesterday. Holy smokes, mil level, that's insane. Wait, was it Sunday or... You mean on Saturday, right? That event that they did in Pokemon Go? I was gonna do that event, but I actually had to work, and it kind of didn't line up with the meetup they were doing in LA for me. But, yeah, that's really awesome, bro. I'm glad that you had a good time. Yeah, they had, yeah, that's the thing. Like, they had those 6 free passes, so it's like, oh Oh, it was yesterday that they did that. Oh. That's so cool. Yeah, I wish, you know, during those type of events, it does make me want to play the raids just so I can take advantage of that. Yeah, Saturday was the LA thing. Okay, okay. Sorry, I kind of got that confused. That's what I thought, it was Saturday. But, yeah. Okay, there's that. Here's this steak. Let's grab this one. And then we'll head to the next location. Thanks for coming out to stream, yo. Hope you're doing well. Alright. So. Let's see now. Our next one is... Let me zoom out a bit. I think it's right around here. Ish. So I'll fly over there. Wonderful. Yo, Reverse Dawn, good to see you by the way, man. Sorry, I don't know how I missed that. Good to see you, dude. Alright, wait, why can't I ride Miraidon there? Maybe I was too close to something. Alright, so we're gonna go up here and grab this steak. Play rough, actually, that's good I found that. I'm gonna have to go through and find all the TMs also. At some point. Doing fine, that's good to hear, bud. I was saying earlier, I finally got my first shiny in this game. I got a shiny Iron Bundle. You got shiny Roaring Moon. Yo, congratulations, yo. That's super hype. You were based to get Scarlet, to be honest. I feel like everyone got Violet, and I've been using those codes that are like, you know, very public in the community about doing the trade codes for the version exclusives, and it's so hard to find the other version. Like, I feel like Scarlet is so rare. Like, if you're a Scarlet user, I pretty much assume you just instantly get what you're looking for. Alright, so let's go to the next location here. Shining Roaring Moon, though, that's a cool one. Definitely gonna have some relevance in VGC. That's for sure. Alright, so we're... Oops. Fuck. No! Well, there you go. Just surfing down the mountain. That's entertaining to see. Alright, so let's head over to here. So, I was saying a little bit earlier, I already got over half of the stakes. I'm finishing the second half. I already caught the one legendary, the ice one. Chien? Is that what it's called? I need to get used to these names. So let me head over here. Oh yeah, I see the stake. Alright, let's get this one, and then we'll go to our next location for location 7. And then, yeah, pretty much we're just going to try to fly by, catch all these, so I can help further my Pokedex. And if you're just tuning in, let me just show you. I didn't show this yet today, but I have 360 so far, so I'm actually getting relatively close to getting a shiny charm. Which, at that point, I'll double down on shiny hunting. I did do like 2 hunts off stream last night just to kind of mess around with the shiny or the sparkling power. And both times I used sparkling power in this game so far, I actually found a shiny. Kind of insane. I didn't think I was going to find one whenever I was when I did my first hunt. I got the water boost and I was hunting for the Iron Bundle. But straight up, like, I was like sitting next to my girlfriend downstairs and I told her, like, I had like 2 minutes left. I'm like, I only have 2 minutes left. I don't think I'm gonna find the shiny. And literally, like, right after I said that, I walked a little bit further and there was the shiny. It's kind of insane. Yeah, I think it's more, I don't even think it's that it has more based Pokemon. It's more just that, like, less people got it, so you're in a position where it's easier to find your version exclusives. Like, there's definitely, I think it's actually pretty balanced between the games, like what are the like competitively viable ones. Like, I mean, even Iron Bundle is like competitively viable for VGC. I've seen a lot of teams, people running that already. Maybe in like, you know, Iron Hand is going to be super good. But yeah, definitely I think that like most people just wanted the Miraidon mount. But yeah, I just think like there's like an advantage to picking the lesser bot of the two generations. It just makes it so much easier for you to trade. Yo, what's up, Jared? Great to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so let's get our, I think, final stake here, and then we can actually, we'll go catch this next legendary. But yeah, regardless, like there's some really cool Pokemon in Scarlet that, you know, I'm not going to be able to get shinies of unless I co-op play or trade for them. You know, that's a thing though. I'm down. Like if that's something you're interested, like if I get shiny duplicates of a Paradox Pokemon, I would totally be down to trade. Alright, it says that one of them is over here, so I'm gonna go over here and see if that's actually the case or not. I don't know, like apparently there's one over, maybe it's above this? Because either this is one I didn't get yet, or I'm the very first one I need to go back and see if I just didn't see it. Whoa. Okay, let me see. Wait, what? Guess I'll... Let me see what Terra type this is. Rounds. That's kind of interesting. I think this is the same for everyone. One thing I've noticed is the spawned Pokemon that are Terra type are exactly the same Terra type every single day you play. Which I will admit doesn't make sense to me if that is... Like you'd think that the game would want to randomize it so there's more incentive to want to hunt these or catch them daily. But yeah, it seems like they're the exact same Pokemon. Maybe they're different IVs or different, you know, like natures or whatever, but yeah. Very strange to me. I feel like that's a weird decision. But yeah, it almost just makes raiding the superior way to get Pokemon with Terra types. Because you get really good items as well. But yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Okay, I'm gonna grab this stuff real quick. So I'm thinking if it's over here, it must be like on a ledge that I am not seeing from where I'm at. Oh, there it is. It's up here. Okay, so this is the final one of this particular area. I will be streaming for Terra raids for Charizard as also this weekend. I have been building raid Pokemon, so yeah, if that's something I'll be doing Thursday, I'll have a probably in the afternoon because I do work later that night. All right, there we go. This means that it did unlock. We're not gonna do any of these raids just yet. I want to try and get through and actually catch these legendaries because we will surely get distracted if we spend our time raiding as well. But yeah, I'm down to host some raids potentially after we're done hunting these. Alright, so I'm gonna put my Scyther to the front because I should have had that to the front already, just to make it a little bit faster. Save up. Now we're gonna head in and catch our next legendary. Yes. Righty. Yeah, I don't know which ones these are. It says grass, so I'm assuming... I forget what it looks like. Yeah, this thing, it's kind of like a slug or something. Scribe. It's actually a really interesting looking Pokemon. I'm actually down. Alright, so I'm gonna Swords Dance in its face. We do have False Swipe. I think it's like, obviously that would be subjective. I think it's like the main reason most people, like I do actually really like the Scarlet ones. I wish I could, like I feel like I like both, but I don't like all the ones for each generation, if that makes sense. Like, I really like I like the Volcarona from the future one a little bit more, but I love, like, I even like the Jigglypuff. I think the Jigglypuff is cool. Alright, fortunately we could avoid that and we can just fall swipe down to 1 HP. Thanks again for coming out this stream today, hope everyone's doing well. Alright, so this is Wo-Chien. Very interesting looking Pokemon. So I'm just gonna throw Ultra Balls and hopefully we can just snag it with like a critical catch or just get lucky. Okay. I'm really anticipating the rules for VGC Series 1. I've been kind of holding off on building in-game teams because I don't really, like, for me, I'm very much, like, I'll be building in in Showdown and such, but for me, I want to make sure I know what I'm trying to build EV spreads for. Like, I'm pretty sure there's going to be certain Pokemon where I'm going to have to, like, definitely consider them terroring into like a certain move, and I have to be able to take moves on certain Pokemon probably. But yeah, the meta that I've been paying attention to a lot of videos, like people have been putting out like Moxie boosted Moxie, or is it Moxie boosted? I don't even know what his name is. Cybertron VGC, Neil VGC. A lot of people are putting out really great content so far for VGC, but I do feel that even with the first tournament coming up, and obviously a lot of people are trying to find a lot of tech in combos, we're probably not going to really even know what is truly good until like a month or so down the line. I mean, Murkrow is already looking like a really solid pick on VGC. Just having Prankster Tailwind is insanely good. I saw that there was a team running Murkrow in Girafarig, whatever Girafarig's evolution is called. I don't remember what it's called, but Girafarig, right? Apparently, there was a team that there was a Japanese tournament, I think, over the weekend. Obviously, these are not official. We don't even know the moveset for the first series. It could be banned Paradox Pokemon. It could be banned Legendaries. Who really knows? But yeah, apparently, like, someone got first place running the core of like Girafarig and Murkrow, which honestly makes a lot of sense because the Girafarig's ability pretty much protects your partner Pokemon from getting hit by Fake Out, and that just means you're guaranteed to get up a Tailwind with Murkrow. And you'd be surprised, Murkrow actually can hit hard with a Brave Bird too, if you need to, but you get Quash as well. Like, it's just like, it's actually a really good support Pokemon. Like, there's going to be probably a lot of Talonflame, a lot of Murkrow, purely just because it can set up Tailwind. Like, priority Tailwind. But yeah, stuff like this, been seeing a lot of, like, interesting tech, you know. Obviously, Roaring Moon I've seen Fluttermane. Even Dragonite kind of getting some love. Like, I saw Dragonite paired with Hatterene was, like, actually looking pretty powerful early meta. Obviously, we've been seeing the, like, the Dondozo and Tatsugiri combo. They're essentially Pokemon that were built for each other, and surprisingly relevant, you know, like actually kind of insane. Even Pokemon like Flamigo are kind of interesting because if you didn't know, it actually has an ability that copies the stats of your partner Pokemon on the field. So say you have the Donzo in, and it gets the boost from Commander, and then you switch in Flamigo, and it takes the boost, the +2 from all stats from your Dondozo or whatever. You can pretty much like almost sweep, probably. I mean, you could be like a Choice Scarf user or Life Orb, and then you're getting like, it's pretty fast already, has really nice attack stat, and Flying Fighting is actually super good coverage. And it gets Brave Bird and Close Combat. So it's a great Pokemon, in theory. You know, it's one that, like, can probably do good as, like, Revenge Killer with Choice Scarf, but, like, it also has, like, that type of, like, tech where you could probably sweep entire teams if someone wasn't playing around it carefully. I don't think box legendaries will be allowed. I think, like, these legendaries might be allowed, like these 4, because their stat products aren't that crazy. I feel like Paradox Pokemon are actually the one thing where I'm like, I I kind of hope they ban Paradox Pokemon for the first few series, because I feel like it would open up a more interesting meta for the game. Like, I think the game will be balanced once we're allowed to use Paradox and such. I mean, technically, Miraidon and Cridon are Paradox Pokemon as well. Alright, we call it our Pokemon, by the way. Hell yeah. But, let me save. The thing about this situation is, I think that because there's really not a lot of legendary Pokemon in this game right now, I mean, like, I think they'll ban Cridon, Miraidon for sure, purely because it would pretty much, like, make the meta worse. It would come down to you either picked Cridon or Miraidon on your team, and everyone would be running one of those two. And I just think that's not a healthy metagame to start the series with. So based on the trends, that's typically what Pokemon does. Like, you can't run the box legendaries early VGC. But with that being said, it's like it's like hard to say if like the Pokemon I'm catching right now, will those ones be banned for the first series? Because they're not necessarily overpowered. And again, Paradox Pokemon, will they be banned early VGC? Because I will admit there are some pretty insane Paradox Pokemon that are looking kind of scary to deal with, but yeah, again, kind of hard to say. So real quick, before we continue on here, let me find where the next shrine is. And I still need to get the flight path to it. I think it's this one. Yeah, so we'll set that as our destination, and we're gonna fly near it. And then we'll get the stakes for this area, because I didn't get the stakes for this one. We'll get the stakes, catch this one, and then the last legendary, I already got all the stakes for it earlier this morning, so we'll just head over there and catch that one. Yeah. Yeah, their typings are not necessarily as busted for sure. But yeah, definitely very interesting to think about. Zacian actually got some pretty big nerfs in this game too. They actually nerfed its base attack as well. But yeah, they're definitely... Legendaries would make more sense when home integration is allowed. Because the minute they allow Pokemon home integration, it pretty much will stop being a regional format. And pretty much Pokemon that are transfer only in will be able to be used. And that allows pretty much all of these types, like a bunch of legendary Pokemon, like the genies and such, to be played in. And that would make more sense to, in a format like that, to allow legendaries. Because at least then it's like, you would kind of have more of an option between something like Cridon or Miraidon. It doesn't force you to play a certain way. Alright, let's grab this real quick. Got a stake right by where we need to be. Right. So this is, I think this is Chi-Yu, where we're going to be hunting stakes for right now. I just want to get the flight path real quick. It might be on the other side. Maybe that's the thing. Wait, where is it actually? Is it down further? Oh, maybe it's like down here. Wait, no, that wouldn't make sense, right? Because it looks like it's... Wait, is it inside a cave? Hold on, let me look actually. Maybe it's actually in a cave or a cavern, and I'm just like... Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that's the case. Let me fly around this. But yeah, I mean, because I've seen people build... to be fair, I mean, even if like you were building a team right now, just trying to figure out like VGC, like what some of these new Pokemon are like, it probably is not a huge deal that you might have, you know, like a Paradox Pokemon or Legendary on it at the moment. There probably are options to kind of replace it and switch it out and still make a similar concept. You know, if you're trying to, I guess like, it's definitely going to be a very interesting format. Hyper aggressive with like terrestrialization. Just a lot different than our previous generation, which was pretty much like such a high emphasis on like the double HP and such. Hold on, let me I'm not gonna bother with this Corviknight. I'm trying to figure out like where I go to actually see the gate. I should probably fight that trainer, to be honest. Most of the people were playing Zacian and Groudon. Yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna knock this trainer out real quick. Knock out the Pokemon. Also, if you're checking out on Twitch, I have been streaming a lot on YouTube recently on my daily Sassifrass channel. So definitely consider checking me out over there because it is a channel that I am trying to... I might eventually make more of a switch over. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, I don't know if that even worked. But yeah, thanks for tuning to the stream today. Hope everyone's doing well. Okay. I am really excited about January. It's a little intimidating. Like, this game is... I definitely feel like I should be getting my reps and start battling on Showdown. I think a lot of it will be... I'll probably just mirror teams people have already been making, just to kind of like get a feel for like how these Pokemon are functioning, etc. And the thing is, like, a lot of these people that are making content are going to be competing at this tournament too, so it's like, it makes me wonder like how much of them are actually, like, it makes you wonder like whenever you're making content for a game like that, are you like giving, you're obviously not going to give away your real secrets, right? It's like, oh wow, there's a Dragonite? Damn, I didn't even know Dragonite could be a wild spawn. That's nuts. Fortunately, I already have it in my decks, but wow, that's cool. Wait, I bet you there's a waterfall here, entrance. Or something. Yeah, I mean, they did nerf its ability and they nerfed its space attack stuff, but yeah, it'll still be good. For sure. The thing about it too, though... Okay, here it is. Very nice. Let me just touch this so I get the flight path. Alright, we're good now. We can kind of continue on and getting these stakes. Now that we got that. Okay. I think this is the fish Pokemon. That would make sense, right? But I think the fish is not even a water type. Okay, let's look. Oops. Whoopsie daisy. Let's see. Alright, our next stake is right over here. Let's head over. And yeah, we pretty much already got all the stakes on our... This is our third dark legendary that we're hunting. We have to get all the stakes still, at least I assume. I'm sure we got some of them already, but let's at least go around and get these last remaining ones. But yeah, from there we're actually going to... I already got all the stakes for the final encounter, so that will be relatively fast after we get this one done. And then I'm going to go to Area 0 and catch my second Miraidon. I do have a trade lined up already to get Miraidon, so that's pretty hype. I mean, there's really, like, the whole point of catching the second one is to trade for the other box legendary. Alright, nice. Get a TM here. Let's get the stake. Yeah, I really want to finish the shiny charm because I did do 2 hunts so far with the sandwich boost for sparkling power, and I got 2 shinies. I got shiny Iron Bundle and a shiny Gibble so far in this game, but I can only imagine, you know, getting the shiny charm too, just like maxing out your odds. That's kind of hype to think about. And I do plan on eventually doing streams where if you don't know, there's actually a way to give a sandwich buff to people that are in your union group, and I can actually save all my Herba Mystica. So I know how to do it. It's pretty simple. So I might do streams at some point where I'm like just hosting and give people shiny power. So if that's something that you're interested in, yeah, definitely consider subscribing or following the stream. Okay, I've only done 2 there, okay. Alright, let's head over to get our next steak. Yo, what's up, Sir Fizzbun? Yeah, you know what's up. Yeah, actually, Sir Fizzbun is the homie that actually gave me the water power last night. That was awesome. You know what was crazy? I don't think I even told you, but I found it in the very last minute of the 30 minutes. I was actually thinking like, oh, I'm not gonna find it. And straight up, like, I found it, like, right as, like, the very last minute, like, no lie. So I was pretty satisfied. And, you know, I didn't get my target. I was trying to do the ground for a mass outbreak of Wooper, but I only had, like, 20 minutes to actually hunt in that area before it hit midnight, so I didn't actually find a shiny. I knocked out 60. Here, I'm just gonna kill this trainer real quick. I knocked out 60. And then I kept picnicking to reset the spawns. But I had no luck finding a shiny there. But then I went into Area 0 for just 10 minutes. And I found a shiny Gibble. So that was pretty crazy. Okay. There is, like, out of all these gym challenges, there's really only one that matters. Because it gives you the amulet coin. But yeah, I appreciate people coming out today. Hope you're all doing well. Alright. Pretty excited to finish out my decks. I mean, if anyone has Scarlet and they're willing to, like, help me get some of the version exclusives, too, like, even if, like, it's just, like, a touch trade, or if you have, like, an extra that you're willing to trade, I would really appreciate that. I mean, I figured, like, I could eventually ask, but, yeah, I'm getting, like, so close that it would honestly just save me a bit of time. Like, I don't really care about nature or IVs. And even if it's just a touch trade, like, that's fine with me too. Like, I could even potentially return the favor. Like an equation, like I equate the trade. You know, like say you give me the Stone Hedge Pokemon, whatever it's called, I'll give you SQ. So that's like a pretty balanced trade, right? Right, we got a stake here. Let's grab this and head to our next location. Yeah, these guys, there's a guide online just to find these. I mean, sure, you could spend the time just accidentally hopping upon these. I'm sure you see a bunch along the way, but I don't really feel like spending that type of time, you know? Like, for me, it's just like, let me just get this content done in this type of situation. Alright, where is this next location? It looks like it's like right up here. It's just really solid, honestly, these guides. I appreciate the people that take time to make these. Yeah, exactly. So but the thing, like that's 100% true. Like the salty herbs and stuff. There's like way better guides actually out by Papa Hefe. Like I know there was one Austin John was like spreading it around, but there's actually a way better one that doesn't force you to use salty ones. And like what I was trying to say is there's actually like the Union Room so like exploit, whatever you want to call it. You can pretty much give the shiny power without wasting your Herba Mystica. So that's like the whole point I'm trying to say is like you only need 2 of each of them and you can pretty much infinitely give shiny power to your friends. So that's something that I plan on doing eventually, like show you how to do it. And like if people are just like wanting to chill out and like you know, go on some shiny hunts and I'll like hook you up. Like that's kind of the idea of it, is that, you know, I don't need to waste my resources, but I can have an infinite amount of sandwiches that I can give out. Yeah, you might not know about this yet. I just learned about it yesterday. But yeah, it's actually kind of insane. So yeah, I tried it. I gave my friend like Ghost Power, for example. I used a salty. I only had one. And when I checked after, like you're supposed to like soft reset pretty much like before, like at the end of making the sandwich, your friend pretty much gets the boost and you soft reset, which will then disband the group. But for whatever reason, the other players who are not the person hosting, they retain the boost that you gave, but you lose it obviously. But you don't lose your items. It sends you back to where you hard saved prior to going into the Poké Portal. It's very strange, but like, yeah, it's like pretty much a way that you can have infinite shiny boosts. And the idea is like, I do it for you, you do it for me. You know what I mean? You scratch my back, I scratch yours type situation. But yeah, it's very interesting. Like, I could even show you guys probably today or something. Like, I could probably just make a group, give everyone in the group shiny power for something, and then, like, you'll understand. I think the shiny, like, the sparkling power is actually really insanely good. You don't even need a shiny charm, and you can find shinies in this game relatively accessible. So it's pretty OP, especially when you consider, like, the Union Rune exploit. That, like, for some reason, not a lot of people were talking about, but now they're, like, starting to talk about. Like, I even saw Philly Beats You, like, covering it, which, you know it's getting out to people. I honestly feel like Papa Hefe is an underrated content creator. Like, he's actually probably one of my favorite Pokemon content creators right now. Him and, like, I'm a Blissey. If you don't know, there's actually, like... There's like this whole thing called RNG manipulation in Pokemon. And like Papa Hefe, for example, put out a video showing how you can RNG manip to catch a legitimate shiny Arceus in BDSP with your retail switch. You're not hacking in any sense. Like, you're not hacking, it's a completely legitimate shiny Pokemon that you can get. And I got mine within like 2 hours, pretty much. Like, I was like blown away. I actually have a video I'm editing still on RNG manipulation in BDSP that I plan on posting to my daily Sassifrass YouTube channel. It just kind of has been taking a backseat at the moment. Oh, I need this Mudsdale as a dex entry. Fuck. I don't want to catch, I don't want to land on those. Well, I need to catch this, just to save myself some time. Yeah, the eye blink method. Pretty much you can figure out your RNG seed by monitoring blinks in that game. It's actually insane. But I imagine at some point they're going to figure out something in this game too, in regards, I mean, the RNG manip. But yeah, Papa Hefe is super good. Love his content. But yeah, he put out a guide about sandwich making, and he spent a lot of hours testing out different combinations and ways that you can make the +3 encounter and sparkling power sandwiches. But yeah, really insane. And it's kind of crazy because technically the Dialga and Palkia origin forms are in this game. So it makes me think like, wow, my Arceus is in this game too. I mean, granted, it's like probably not going to be usable in VGC. Maybe the like origin forms of Palkia and Dialga will be. I think I got this one already because I can't seem to find it. But yeah, it's just really cool that I have a legitimate shiny Arceus. And I think it had a timid nature too. Like, I specifically hunted, like, I was going for modest, adamant, jolly, or timid. I didn't really care, I guess, but yeah, really cool. Definitely highly recommend his content. But yeah, I was gonna make a video pretty much like giving a shout out to him and just kind of explaining my journey doing RNG manip in BDSP. And like, you don't have to worry, like, this is not something that's like against TOS, like doing RNG manip. It's something Gamefreak is known about. It's something that exists in all Pokemon games, honestly. But yeah, it's like, in a world where people straight up just gen and hack Pokemon and those are still considered legitimate Pokemon in the eyes of Game Freak, it's like, you want to have a legitimate collection, right? Like, if you're like me, you don't want gen Pokemon, you don't want to hack or mod your Switch. So, yeah. I just thought it was a really fascinating technique, mainly because it also just shows you, teaches you a lot about the programming and how the games determine, you know, things. Okay, so let's find our next stake. Alright, it looks like we're over here. But yeah, I definitely like highly recommend Papa Hefe. He's an amazing content creator. You might even be getting recommended his content right now if you are someone who's like binging stuff on YouTube. But yeah, I was happy to see he's like I started following him like actually rather recently because I found his, like the very first video I saw of him was the Arceus one. You know, because I was saving my Arceus encounter. I was eventually going to soft reset for it. Like, I'm not really a big fan of soft resetting for legendaries. I actually never did one before because I just don't feel like that's something I want to do with my time personally. Like, I don't really care about having a shiny competitive Pokemon like that, you know? But yeah, whenever I learned about RNG manip, I was like, dang, this is actually really cool. Alright, let's go. And also with like being able to transfer Pokemon in from Pokemon Go and making them battle ready in Sword and Shield, it was just like, what's the point? You know, I could just literally pay money in Pokemon Go. Or get lucky, of course. And get shinies that way. There is like a weird thing though about bringing in Pokemon from, like legendaries from Go. Like, I noticed that when I tried bringing in like Darkrai, for example, I had to actually register a Darkrai in my game first before I can bring in the one from Go, which, to be honest, makes no sense. Because it's like, how would you even accomplish that in a lot of scenarios? You know what I mean? Like the idea of bringing in the Darkrai is to like add it to your decks, right? So it's like you have to find a Darkrai before you can actually bring in your legitimate Darkrai. It's so weird, and I feel like that in itself kind of promotes cheating, ironically. Let's see. RNG manip is a neat system, but it's so high skill knowledge required hobby, almost better of a legit hunt or gen. Yeah, I love Radio Killer. I love the I'm Blissey content also. Like, yeah, like he actually just put out a video talking about, is competitive Pokemon faster to build in this generation than like Gen 5, I think it was. He compared it to, and then he also compares it to Sword and Shield. Yeah, I love their content. Like, you know, a lot of people don't understand, like they think like RNG manip is cheating or hacking, but like even Reverse Dawn said here, it's such a skill cap and requires so much knowledge. Okay, I already got this one, I just realized. Let me find the next target. There's so much knowledge and skill, and it's like, again, if it was cheating, it would be instantaneous. Like, literally, you can PK Hex and get Pokemon within minutes. But, like, RNG manip requires a lot of patience, and, like, you can fail many attempts. You know, like, I failed. It took me weeks to even get, like, all 3 of the shiny Reggies in-game on BDSP. You know what I mean? The only reason why Arceus took me only 2 hours because I straight up Master Balled that thing. Like, right as I saw it. And, like, I didn't get it on my first attempt or so either. You know? But, like, it all comes down to how picky you are, like, what you're actually hunting, and it's all timing. I'm a firm advocate of, like, you know, even if I, like, became a world champion in VGC, I would never consider RNG manip something that, like, is cheating. Like, I'm pretty sure even, like, OG games, like, think of Ray Rizzo. I'm pretty sure Ray Rizzo, during some of his, like, world champ runs, he used RNG manipulation. I think it's even confirmed in one of the videos that I'm Blissey made. Because, one of the videos that I'm Blissey compares to, like, how long would it take to build a competitive team. He's actually trying to rebuild Ray Rizzo's, yo, what's up, Gregory Tucker? They rebuild, Ray Rizzo's team from, I forget what year it is where he won Worlds. I think it was 2011. And he had like a 0 speed, I can't remember, was it Cresselia or something? I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, even Ray Rizzo was saying how RNG manipulation was already something that was well aware of at the time when that team was made. So it's like yeah, you can sit there and think like the reality of it is Pokemon and Gamefreak should just make an item that gives zero IVs. Like that's really the only thing that I would arguably say gives you somewhat of an advantage in RNG manip, is that you could probably faster find zero speed or zero attack IVs. But to be honest, like anything that's breedable is super accessible to get that like pretty much at the place Pokemon is. And at the end of the day, even building like a perfect team still requires you to play good. And that is not going to be a way, like you can't really cheat knowing how to play a game, if that makes sense. And even like EV spreads are very much nuanced, I would say. Like a lot of top battlers won't really share their spreads. Yeah, and like the point I'm trying to get across is you I personally am not a fan of genning Pokemon or hacking. Like I don't know, I just feel like it kind of defeats the whole purpose of playing these games. Like I like the idea that these games now are in a place where I could take my Pokemon I journeyed with through my playthrough that pretty much has bad IVs and not a good nature, and I can wipe its EVs with berries, and I can just make it a competitively viable Pokemon because egg moves are easy to transfer. You know what I mean? Like I love that because it's like I build a connection with this Pokemon, and now I can actually like make it better and use it. Like I like that connection in Pokemon games so much, and it's why I love the reverse compatibility of Pokemon. How like eventually this gen's gonna make it so we can use previous gen Pokemon also. You know what I mean? When Pokemon Home integration is a thing. And that's something I look forward to, you know, like being able to add Terra types to past gen Pokemon that I used. And yeah, it just is a super exciting concept in Pokemon. So yeah, I just feel at the end of the day, like there's so much more of a connection I build with my Pokemon, and it just makes me feel more connected to the game. So yeah, really, you know, there is a possibility they add an item in this game for DLC that lowers speed to 0, but that really is the only thing they're missing at this point to balance out competitive play. All right, so we are able to get into the shrine now. So you know, ideally, maybe DLC, we'll see. I think DLC is definitely going to add faster ways to get like Terra type shards, things like that. Like I guarantee there's going to be faster ways to like get Terra shards or something. Yo, what's up, Librarian Vibes? Great to see you. But yeah, you know, that's typically like the trend we're seeing in Pokemon these days is the DLC, like for Sword and Shield, it made competitive Pokemon way faster with like Gmax Soup and the dojo area. So I could safely assume we'll see something very similar with DLC in this game. But yeah, as of right now, I think even in I'm a Blissey's video, he came to the conclusion that competitive Pokemon's actually pretty fast. Because in this game, you can actually just buy all of the items that you need, which is really insanely good. Also considering that it's not hard to really grind money in this game. If you raid a lot, you're already getting a lot of great items. Yo, the eyes on this Pokemon are really nuts. Yo, there you go. So, my ideal DLC would definitely be new Pokemon, which we're probably going to see more Paradox. We're probably going to see new legendaries. Like, obviously, there's probably going to be more Pokemon added into the regional decks, too. So, those are definitely top things, but me personally, like, other than that, just like an emphasis on competitive play. Like, obviously, it'd be nice to get a nice, like, I like the Calyrex story in Sword and Shield, for example. I thought that was really cool. Something like that would be nice. But I'm more of a battler at the end of the day, and I pretty much just want to see an improvement on the competitive accessibility of the game. And I think they've done a great job over the years, like making that a reality. But I do hope that the DLC actually implements something where, you know, maybe we can lower IVs to 0. That would be insanely good. Because then it just, in fact, makes competitive Pokemon even faster. You can get that 0 attack on your special attacker, you can get that 0 speed on your Trick Room Pokemon. And Trick Room is going to be super big in this, like, generation. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, Reverse Dawn. Peruvian Phantom, like, definitely the best way to grind money in this game, in my opinion, is just grinding raids. Like, without, like, getting into the whole Miraidon glitch where you can just dupe the ability patches and sell them for money. I think the best way to get money is just raid, because you're gonna be grinding, like, you're getting a lot of items you need to grind for anyways. You're getting potentially Herba Mystica, you're getting Terra shards, you're getting a lot of EXP candies, and then you're getting stuff like nuggets and, you know, items you can just sell for a high price. So I would just recommend doing all the raids that are spawning on your map. And then, yeah, you'll get money that way. Seems pretty good. In the books, they talk about a turtle like Pokemon that started the Terra Phenomena. Gregory, that's a great point. They're definitely gonna. We didn't really get a big emphasis, so like not to spoil the story. I mean, if you're watching this, you probably don't. You're not getting spoiled, but they didn't really touch upon terrestrialization too much in this game. It's still kind of a mystery. Wait, what just happened? Let me switch out. More items, that'd be true. Iron Tail and Flareon would be pretty insane. But yeah, I think like in general they're gonna improve competitive Pokemon. They'll probably speed up. Like again, they'll probably make an area where like getting shards is faster. Maybe it's like, because like right now I think one of the grindiest aspects of this game competitively is probably getting the right Terra type on your Pokemon. Like if you can, like ideally the most important thing to get, aside like 0 speed IV or 0 attack, is definitely the Terra type. I would even argue that you could probably get the worst IVs, worst nature of a Pokemon, as long as you found one that has the Terra type. Because you have to grind shards, and you need 50 shards to change the type, and that takes a while. I don't even think I have 50 of any specific shard at this moment. And I've been grinding a lot. I mean, granted, it hasn't been like my objective to grind out just the Terra shards, but I've been playing a lot. You know, I've been doing a lot of raids to get Herba Mystica and stuff. And yeah, it still takes a long time. I'm hoping there's a way to speed that up in the future. But yeah, ideally, it's so much faster to bottle cap and get the right mints for your Pokemon. Because you even get mints in bottle caps from raids too. Like I have so many mints just from raiding. So yeah, I think like realistically, the best bet you can go about in this game is just find the, like if you need a specific Terra type. So you need a ground Terra Gyarados, you know, find that and then just use ability patch, like do all that stuff to change that, because I truly believe that you'll save so much more time using that strategy. But yeah, really excited about this game. All right, so after we catch this legendary, we only have one more, and we already did all the stakes for it, so we just have to show up and encounter it. And then I'm gonna go into Area 0 and catch my Miraidon I didn't catch yet. Yeah, that's so cheap still, you know, just buying them. And like, I haven't even really needed to buy the mints yet. Bottle caps I've bought, but yeah, that's so cheap. And I love that you can actually bottle cap at level 50 in this game. That was actually probably one of my biggest gripes too about Sword and Shield, is that you had to level all your Pokemon to level 100 to hyper train them. And that just felt like such a waste, considering that in VGC or competitive Pokemon, you're never above level 100 anyways. I mean, you're never 100, you're always level 50. All right, we caught this one, very nice. So yeah, it's really just nice to have that in this game as well. So you can actually end up saving a lot of your items that you typically would just be arbitrarily arbitrarily using. You think they should be less? Yeah, I think it is pretty smart to go crazy on the Eevee raids. I will admit that I didn't actually do as much as I wanted to. I didn't really look to see if I got all the types I needed. I think Fire Terra Eevee was one that I definitely needed for Sylveon potentially, since it doesn't get access to mystical fire or whatever in this game. So something like Sylveon could really benefit from a Terra type fire for those like pesky steel types. But yeah, stuff like this is, you know, Early game meta is definitely going to be very fascinating. You know what? I need to heal up real quick before I do this. I realize. Let me go to a Poke Center. Then we'll encounter our last legendary. And then I'm going to go straight. I'm just going to Master Ball Miraidon. I don't feel like trying to fight it. And I do plan on trading it for Miraidon. I had my one friend, he said he was down, so yeah, I figured like that would be nice. Even for normal Flareon, Steel Terra Jolteon. Very interesting. Alright, let me head over here. Okay. Thanks again for coming out to stream today. I hope you're all doing well. This is our final of the 4 Dark Legendary, and then we'll head over to Area 0. Yeah. Oh shit, I forgot to save before I did this. I think we'll be fine. I mean, we really haven't struggled. I mean, if anything, I saved after I caught the last one. If anything, I'll just stop for set. This one looks interesting too. It's like an ashtray for a head. Very interesting. Alright, I'm just gonna Swords Dance and False Swipe. Yeah, the EV training, I mean, the thing is, like, if you have money, you can just buy it. And the thing about that too is they have a lot of the feathers in this game, and I've gotten so many just from like picking up items on the map and such. Hold on, I meant to terastallize. Let me heal up. Yeah, so normal Terra on Dragonite actually seems kind of interesting. Speaking of normal. Shit. So what I'm hoping to do here is, I'm hoping they don't use Rock Slide, and I can just Terra into normal. So that way the Rock Slide's not hitting me as hard. I'm surprised I can even live these. I'm 4 times weak to that. Okay, it goes for a ground move. Perfect. Okay, I'll remove my weakness now. Yeah, so normal Terra Dragonite actually might be really good with like a Dragon Dance boost, because you can extreme speed and get the like Terra boost on it. So that might be actually kind of an insane sweeper. And it helps remove a lot of your weaknesses as well. You like the Snare Leopard? It is really cool. I think that Pokemon actually will have some viability. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, that is pretty interesting, Peruvian Phantom. It makes you wonder if they're from a different region or something. It's very interesting. Like, all of these feel like they're like, almost like Chinese names, but I don't know. Like, maybe they're like hinting at the next generation already. Who knows? Alright, we're just gonna throw the Ultra Balls. Indeedee gonna be so good, early meta. Yeah, Indeedee's gonna be a great support Pokemon in VTC early meta. I mean, it's probably just gonna be good in general. Alright, let's see. Alright, we got our final of the 4 dark ones. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Surface-Bond, that they're hinting at the next gen. Okay, so this is a ground dark type, I didn't even know. Alright, let's just send these to the boxes. Alright, that's awesome. We got all of them. Alright, so now we're gonna actually head to Area 0. And I'm gonna go catch my Miraidon that I have not caught yet. Let me, actually real quick, I wanna grab some more coffee from downstairs. So just give me like 1 second. Thanks again for coming out to the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, definitely consider giving the stream a like. It does help my content reach a wider audience. Also, if you're watching on Twitch, definitely consider checking out my YouTube channel. It's called Daily Sassifrass, and I have been streaming there more often. So, yeah, it's really, I post a lot of short form content there, and I've been pretty consistent with the channel. I've been liking the growth on it and really having fun with it. So, yeah, definitely consider that. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab more coffee. One sec. All right, I'm back. Hey, Anit 256. I mean 258. Sorry. Welcome to the stream. There is so Gen 5 is actually based on the US. It's New York. Did you not? Maybe you didn't know that, but yeah, Gen 5 is based on America. That's why there's the trash Pokemon. Yeah, like maybe they're Japanese inspired or something. Like, I don't know. The region, whatever it is, like, I do feel like it's hinting at Generation 10. They tend to do this in Pokemon games. They always hint for the next generation somewhere. Oh no, you're all good. But yeah, Kalos is based on New York City. Like, that's why Braviary is kind of like supposed to be like the American bald eagle. It's like a play on the bald eagle, I think. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. They're Chinese inspired. Like, they seem like Chinese names, but I don't know. I don't really speak either Japanese or Chinese, so I don't really know the nuances. But yeah, that's what it seems like, at least. Oh wait, no, it's Unova. My bad. Excuse me. Yeah, you're right. It is the Unova region. Excuse me. That is correct. There is a chance, though, speaking of Kalos, that there is a connection between this, like, Paldea and Kalos. That'd be interesting if that ended up being the case down the line. So I caught a shiny iron bundle yesterday in this zone. Alright, like I said, I'm just gonna Master Ball this, so I'm not even gonna, like, save before. I might reach out to my friend who has the Miraidon and see if he's, like, down the trade. Or, like, when can he trade? Oops. Miraidon for Karai. I'm gonna run from this. What country are you from? You're in Europe, aren't you? I do need a touch trade, but I was actually gonna trade... I'm actually giving my Miraidon to one of my friends for their Koraidon, so I can actually have one. Because I'm sure later down the line, they will allow these Pokemon in VGC. Wait, what? That was strange. You're in Finland. Oh, okay. But I mean, I'm down to do like a touch trade also, just so I can like have it in my decks already. Right, I'm just gonna Master Ball it. Yeah, exactly, Surface Bun. Alright, cool. There are a couple Pokemon that I haven't caught in this area yet. I was surprised I didn't catch them, because I actually saw them multiple times. Like the Gallade one, for example, I forget what it's called. Let me see what... Watch this be like a good nature. Are you serious? It's modest nature. Yo, what the fuck? Maybe I will keep this. Maybe. Like, what? Why am I so unlucky? Like, I mean, granted, it doesn't matter that much, but like, how do I just catch a modest nature one? Oh man, that makes me not want to trade it. Why? Why, game? I'm pretty sure it's a special attacker, right? But yeah, I'm down to touch trade if you want, real quick. Yeah, it's oh god, it is a special attacker too. It's like, bro, this is just makes me sad. But not really. I mean, like I said, it's just kind of like a visual thing. It doesn't actually matter. I mean, even my bike one, I can pretty much make it exactly the same if I wanted to. You saw like a fan-made one based on the Scandinavian countries. That's pretty interesting. I don't really know much about Finland lore or folklore or whatever. The Finnish. But I'm assuming that there's just words that are like funny whenever they're, you know, said in English or whatever. Alright, so pretty much, let me save real quick. That's all the legendaries I need to catch. And that puts us at 364 out of 400. I mean, some of these I don't have yet. Like Iron Valiant, that's what I was talking about. I'm surprised I didn't catch that yet, because I don't know, I just swear that... Like, I've literally seen this in here multiple times. Does anyone know the exact area those spawn at here? Like, where does the moth spawn? I mean, maybe if I did the sandwich boost, it would be easier to find some of these Pokemon. But yeah. Are they all... I wonder if they're all like kind of similar typings. Is there like a overlapping typing for the moth and the fighter? Are they both steel type? Yeah, I'm down. Do you need Miraidon for a touch trade, or are you just doing the touch trade for me? You think they're both bug type? Hey, Deflector. I just caught all the post legendaries, and I just got my Miraidon, my second Miraidon as well. And now I'm like looking for 2 of the Paradox Pokemon I have yet to capture in here. Wait, so the Gallade one's a bug type? I think the Volcarona one is actually a fire poison. I think that's what it is, actually. It's fire poison type. I'm trying to remember where I saw them before. Oh no, it's okay. Alright, cool. If you put the code in reversed on, just let me know. Berry fighting. Oh, okay. Where do they spawn at, though, in this area? I can't remember. Like, I remember when I was shiny hunting, I ran into the area where, like, all of them are, but I just cannot remember where that actually was. Alright, I'm ready. I'm gonna go into the trade screen right now. I really appreciate you doing the touch trade. That's sick. Okay. Yo, if you have any extras of the... Well, I guess I can't use it in here. I'll get out of this area. If you have any of the extras of the Paradox Pokemon that you're willing to give me, I have most of them. Here, I'll show you real quick which ones I need if you're down. I know I need Roaring Moon still. I need Roaring Moon, and there's one more. I'm trying to remember what it is. Is it the Magneton? Yeah, I think it's the Magneton. If you have Roaring Moon and Magneton too, that would be... And actually, whatever this thing is. Roaring Moon, Magneton. What's the other one? I'm trying to remember what the other one is. Roaring Moon, Magneton. Here, I'm gonna get out of this area. I'll just go into the trade screen. Roaring Moon, Magneton, and... Wait, what's the other one? Thank you. I appreciate that, Reverse Dawn. Like, even if you just touch trade me for the other one for now, I'll eventually try to get one. You can actually go into Area 0 in your friend's game that has Scarlet. So yeah, I'll go in the trade screen right now. I honestly can't remember what the other thing is, but just so you know, there's a feature in this game, whenever you're trading with people, it will show you which Pokemon are actually not in your Pokedex that your friend has. So like, there'll be like a white little like glowing thing around the Pokemon. So you can actually see what you can trade to them that they don't have yet. Can you just give me your second roar if you don't mind? Like, I'll just trade to keep it. And then if you just touch trade the other thing, that if you don't have duplicates of it, that's fine. I appreciate you taking a moment to do this, Don. It's been great having you around, homie. But yeah, we are... I do want to just get like the shiny charm. I'm like so close, honestly. Like, I'm so close to it. All right, I'm in the trade screen searching. But yeah, I plan on doing some streams this week where I'm actually either playing on Showdown, trying to experiment with VGC teams and comps, or I might like use some rental teams and play in-game as well. Oh, I'm offline, my bad. My bad, I forgot. Sorry about that, yeah. Of course I need to go online for this to actually work. That's funny. Okay. And I will be streaming later this week when Charizard raids come out. I'm sure there'll be a lot of nice items to get. And you will be able to capture at least one of the Charizard. So you don't want to miss out on that opportunity. I'm assuming these are going to be very difficult raids. I think it's already been confirmed that the Charizard's going to have Solar Beam. So that's kind of... it's going to be a tough one to deal with. That's for sure. Alright, I'm just gonna... guess I'll just trade this. The touch trade, and then... yeah. At some point I plan on getting the Miraidon, but yeah, probably not gonna matter too much early VGC. But yeah, Don, I appreciate you, bro. This makes it a little bit easier, because I am like so close. I don't think I'm going to try to finish getting the shiny charm on stream. But honestly, a lot of them are just evolutions. And I have stuff still like Wigglytuff that I don't have registered because I don't know. I figured maybe there's a chance I find... I don't know. Does it spawn in the wild as Wigglytuff? I feel like it might. It feels like everything has a way to spawn in the wild or in a raid. Because I got a lot of my, you know, weird evolutionary Pokemon purely from just like catching them. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, so Roaring Moon's a cool Pokemon. So we'll try to get this. Then let's see. That almost looked like McDonald's logo. Alright, thanks, bro. That's a Dex entry. I think I'll just evolve the Wigglytuff then. I mean, I probably have some pretty good, you know. I see you. Oh, that's cool. You hyper trained it. Oh, do you mind trading me back the Charlotte? Do you have any other ones that you could touch trade that are the Paradox Pokemon? Because I actually, honestly, if not though, that Charlotte I kind of want back because it's like a sentimental Pokemon for me. I'll just give you a throwaway Pokemon. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, I'm not going to try to finish the decks right now, but we are relatively close. But, yeah, honestly... Let me look here. I'm gonna look on... I'm gonna see if I could find out what area the Iron Valiant is in. So I can just go grab one or two of them real quick. And then... Yeah. Because I literally, like, it's so funny. This happens so many times in this game where I actually see the Pokemon, but I'm not thinking I don't have this in my decks yet. Like Mudsdale, like I caught one earlier. And how many Mudsdales have I seen throughout my journey? A decent amount. Alright, let me give you like a throwaway Pokemon that I don't care about. I know it's so funny, but this was like my first one. I played this Pokemon a bit early game. I know it's like only level 18 or whatever, but it just has that sentimental value that like it was there. Charlotte, you know? Even though it's probably a terrible Pokemon in this game. Alright, it says... Let's see... Okay, it's outside the last research station, it says. Honestly, alright, thanks bro, I really appreciate that. I'm gonna look at my decks real quick, because we pretty much got all the legendaries now. And thanks for the touch trade for Miraidon as well, that was really solid. Let me save this. Let me look at my decks and see what I actually need, because I might just evolve some of this stuff. Because, like, I did all the starters, I did touch trades with the code. I need Wigglytuff. Colossal. Yeah, I don't know. Like, see, it's like stuff like this that's like... Appleton. I think that's a region exclusive. Maybe. Yeah, I need Drifloon still, which is a version exclusive. I didn't do any of these Pokemon, Swirl Edge or whatever they're called. Need Umbreon, Leafeon still. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother doing this stuff on stream. Yeah, it's honestly not gonna take too long to get a lot of these. I mean, like, they're pretty easy. I could just blow. Yeah, I need a Larvitar still. Honestly, if any of you are watching this and you have any of these and you're playing Scarlet and you can trade me like a Larvitar or something, that'd be super epic. I have no idea what's in this slot, to be honest. Got evolved for Abomasnow. Didn't even catch a Ponyard yet. But yeah. Alright, let me save. Yo, are you home right now, Nate, by chance? Because If you're down, maybe you can give me the fighting power. If you were down. Give me the fighting sandwich power. Oh, that's sick, dude. And then I'll go in here and I'll like try to find an Iron Valiant. Yo, that's hype. Alright, let me know when you set up the room. We'll show you how this works too, if you're curious. I should probably post the updated sandwich list that Papa Jeffe made, if you're interested. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna make a union room group, and Nate's gonna pretty much hook me up with a sandwich boost. And I'm gonna go in with a fighting boost. Potentially I might find a shiny as well while we do this, but it'll at least help me like get the fighting type Pokemon relatively accessible. Well, let me make sure it's a fighter. I think it is, but let me just make sure what its typing is. Iron Valiant. Like, I feel like it is fighting for sure. Okay, it's fighting fairy. I mean, technically we could do fairy and it would like guarantee that it's Iron Valiant that shows up only. Right? Isn't that like the only fairy type? Yo, maybe we should do fairy. Yeah, honestly, if you do fairy or yeah, maybe fairy is better because there are other fighters in this area. You'll owe me the second iron. Yeah, right. Yeah, if I find two, I mean, I'd be down. Maybe you can trade me one of those Meryl that you got last night. But yeah, for sure. Why not? If I get two, I'll give you one of them just because you're hooking me up with the boost. Tomato, okay, cool. And I will probably be doing this myself for people. If you have Discord and you want to join my Discord, like, I'm down to like help people. Like, obviously I can't just be sitting there 24/7 available, but like, if I'm playing the game and I'm like, you know, actively on Discord at the moment, like, I could probably hook you up with a shiny boost and you can like go on a hunt for a half hour or whatever. You know, like, to me, it's like, that's just like such a good feeling for someone to hook you up like that. So yeah, I want to try to help people as well, because this could get patched out at some point in the game, but as of right now, this is just like such an OP way to save your resources. Honestly, people could probably join this with us. Yeah, I was just about to say, like, 2 other people could join us right now if you want the fairy shiny boost. You just have to make sure you bring tomato and butter, and you don't put anything on it. All you have to do is like, I mean, you could just put the tomato. Oh shit, I went the wrong one, my bad. But yeah, 2 other people can actually join the group that we're doing right now, if you're interested. And essentially, all you gotta do is bring butter and tomato for this specific recipe. Oh, let me make sure I get in. Only thing you need is money. I feel that. Please help to make this tomato sandwich. Let me know if you want to join in the chat. That way we know we're waiting for someone, because otherwise we'll probably just do it. And then I'm going to spend a half hour here actually shiny hunting. So this is what we're going to do. Yeah, we're gonna just do this and then I'll probably end my stream. But if you're not aware of this, it's very interesting. So pretty much, I'm not gonna waste any Herba Mystica, and neither is Nate by doing this. And I'll still be able to kind of take advantage of the sandwich boost for a half hour. It's kind of insane. Alright. Alright, so pretty much I'm in Nate's hosted area. He sets up a picnic. And I'm gonna join the picnic. Then we want to join his sandwich making. And remember, we only need tomato and butter. Butter does not affect the sandwich at all. But if you bring the wrong ingredient... Oh wait, that messed up. There we go. Yeah, that's true, Reverse Dawn. Like I don't have the shiny charm, and I'm not gonna assume that we're gonna find a shiny, but I have not find a shiny within one of my shiny boosts so far in the game, and I don't have the shiny charm, so I don't know, take that with however you will. But maybe I've been lucky, but I mean, people have been fine. I did not find a single shiny my entire playthrough. And I have seen many people found a shiny, like I know people that got multiple shinies just by playing the game. So, I mean, it's still just probability at the end of the day. Alright, so we have 2 helpings of tomato. We honestly could just put all of them on. But essentially, you just... yeah. There's a bunch of different ingredients. We're doing the most basic version of it. When did you eat this sandwich? You don't even need the top of the bread, just so you know. You don't need to put the top of the bread on ever. You can actually just throw the bread on the side and it counts. That's insane, SKPT. Thank you so much. Alright, so this should be +3 fairy encounter, +3 fairy title, and +3 fairy sparkling power. Honestly, this is like such a... this whole cutscene is bizarre. It's wild, you know, like what the what? Alright, nice. Alright, there you go. So now... pretty much... he's gonna soft reset, and it's gonna disband the group. And... now I can just resume. Now we're gonna head back to Area 0, and I'll show you we still have the buff after I get there, just so you can understand. So just so you know, he didn't waste... you can even confirm this in the chat. Did you waste any of your Herba Mystica doing that? And I mean, I could tell you, no, he didn't, but... there we go. I still have it, and we're not in the same mode anymore. He gets his items back. And now I can go in here and take advantage of this buff. For free, pretty much. Kind of insane, right? So, now we have half hour of increased fairy spawns and shiny chances. So let's see if we get lucky and get a Iron Valiant shiny. This is actually a pretty good Pokemon for raiding as well. Has a really high special attack stat, if I remember correctly. So, let's see. And I appreciate people coming out to the stream today. I hope you're all doing well. Okay, there we go. So yeah, pretty much, we should only be seeing Iron Valiants spawning. Because it should be like the only fairy type I think that spawns in this area. I just want to catch one first to get my dex entry, and then I'll go around trying to see if I can find a shiny. You know what, it's fine. I'm just gonna run. I don't feel like... I think quick balls are OP in this game. So essentially all I'm gonna be doing is like... if I don't catch it on the first ball, I'm just gonna run and quick ball a different one at some point. You know, I don't actually know what the shiny looks like, but I guess I can assume it looks different. Whoa, what the... did that one just fall off the edge? You want to do that for Roaring Moon? Makes sense, 100%. And like, granted, like, honestly, like, I probably would be down to trade these for the opposite shiny in the... that's probably the better trade to do. Is trying to get the shiny of the Virgin exclusive. Like, this is going to be a harder one to find. Well, maybe not harder to find, but I feel like it has a more of a rarity aspect to it. Okay. I'm just kind of like cruising through. Nothing just yet. I love that there's no fall damage in this game. It makes this area a lot more fun to just kind of like hunt in, because you just jump all the way down. It's unpainted? Okay. Yeah, a lot of these shinies are just unpainted. That's what I was thinking. It might look something like unpainted-ish-esque. Honestly, the future of Pokemon seem like bizarre. Like, if this is what happens, they turn into these like androids. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there is a chance I won't find one. I mean, it's still just probability at the end of the day. But, like I was saying a little bit earlier, I had some crazy luck just finding my iron bundle on the very last minute. I'm gonna go to the very bottom here. Okay. Okay, so far, no luck. Iron Jugulus. Yep. Just want to try to keep an eye on the spawns. I don't know, some of the people I see, they get them like so fast. And like, again, I don't have the shiny charm, but a lot of people that I've seen do this don't have the shiny charm as well. And even in my personal experience, I've gotten 2 shinies out of my 2 attempts. So, I mean, I'm leaning towards that we are going to find a shiny if I'm like being consistent enough about, you know, spawning things and checking. But I don't 100% know if it's like, if it's probably just better to get the shiny charm and then try doing this stuff. I mean, obviously it would be better. It increases your odds a little bit, but to be honest, like the increase at this point with the shiny charm is not too much different. I'm gonna try going back up now. Where is the stairway? Wait, what? Did you say you saw a shiny, or do you mean you just saw, like, one in general? Well, the thing is, like, they spawn pretty much everywhere in the cave once you, like, do this. It doesn't spawn, it doesn't remove every spawn, but majority of the spawns are overtaken in the area. I'm just looking for stairs to go back up. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good point. Wait, why am I not seeing the stairs? Maybe it's over here. You know, it's fine. Like, if I don't get a shiny during this, I'm totally okay with that. At least I'll get my dex entry, and I'm definitely gonna catch an extra one so I can trade it. Here, actually, let me catch one of these real quick. Or at least try to. I'll quick ball it. If it doesn't catch it, I'll just run. That's kind of the technique. I feel like this is like the best way to catch any Pokemon. If you don't know, like, if you ever struggle with a Pokemon, just do this. You can run and it will still be there. Hey Robert, welcome to the stream. Right now I'm actually shiny hunting an Iron Valiant. Because I did catch all the legendaries already, but just trying to see if I can get lucky with the sandwich boost. Alright. Alright, nice, we caught it. So this will be my dex entry for this, but now we're just going to kind of go around. We still have a decent amount of time on our buff, too. So Nice. I'm gonna catch a second one so I can soft trade it with those codes. Oh wait, no, it's Roaring Moon that you trade for, so I guess I don't have to do that. Alright, never mind then. Yeah, I forgot, that's the one that is the version equal. Thanks to Don, he hooked me up with that free one. Appreciate you, man. Okay. Alright, we're gonna try heading back up now and checking the spawns along the way. So you do get a second one. So the one that you catch in game, well, okay, so the one that's your bike is your first one that you can use in battle. You can make it battle ready. But yeah, you actually do get access to catching a second version of your box legendary that you can trade. So I caught a second Miraidon, and I can use that to actually trade for a Miraidon from someone else's game. So that's really cool. Oh yeah, nice SKPT. The thing about Berserker though, it actually is, it's only good in my opinion if everyone does that strategy. Like you need 4 people, or like at least everyone needs like a steel type. I think Golden Go is pretty solid as like an option for raids. We were doing that the other day. I think the reason why I feel like Berserker is kind of like not the best one to do also is because you need an ability patch, which is kind of grindy, honestly, to get that. Like, I mean, if someone gives you a bread one, that's pretty cool, but I feel like that's like so much investment just for a Pokemon that doesn't work in every scenario. Like, I feel like Golden Go is a more balanced steel type. And even then, it's like, there's probably other, like even Azumarill is actually super good in raids with Belly Drum. Pretty much anything that can like set up insane attacks like right off the bat is really good in raids. Like Iron Hands, for example, is super good with Belly Drum, and you can Drain Punch to heal up. Oh, that's awesome, SKPT. Oh, you're talking about the stake one? You only catch the one for the stakes. You only get the one encounter. So you only get one within your game. So yeah, I was just catching mine for the very first time earlier. It's so weird how they like glitch like that into the walls. Okay, so right now I'm just kind of exploring, see if I get lucky at finding a shiny Iron Galleon or whatever. Currently I have 19 minutes of fairy sparkling power. Yeah, I think if you're coordinating with people, it's like honestly just coordinating with real people is definitely like one of the best ways to do raids, because there's a lot of setup that you can actually do that works out really well. I was gonna think I could get a shiny Floette potentially. What's this shiny even look like? Is it one that looks different? I guess I could look it up. Like, I honestly have no idea. Well, I don't want to be near a place where it spawns just Floette. I feel like that's probably what I'd find over the Iron Galleon is like a shiny Floette or something. I mean, to be honest, that'd be kind of cool still. I don't think I've ever gotten a shiny like Florges in any of my Pokemon games. And it could be interesting with like terrestrializing. Finally turn into an actual grass type or something, you know? Yeah, this area is looking like there's no Iron Valiants. It's like... What's in here? Yeah. Let me go back into... I think I go back to the cave. I'm just gonna jump in the middle here. I think when you leave and zone in and out Pokemon, it creates new spawns. I think that's how it works. So I think you can technically keep looping in this area and probably find success. If I remember correctly, because I think when I was watching Austin John plays like guide of this, that's like what he was doing, was just continuously like, yo, what the heck is with these spawn points? Like, this is some wild ass shit. What is going on over here? Really weird. It's interesting that there's spawns even right here in a place that you kind of have to climb up the wall to see. Hey Will, great to see you. Hope you're doing well, bud. Alright. So far, no luck. So yeah, the one that we're hunting should look all... I'm thinking like it looks all silver or like metal-like. And again, like, it's really not like the worst case scenario to not find the shiny on our first attempt, because as you saw, it's actually relatively accessible and fast to like get this set up anyways. What is my favorite legendary? That's a great question. Who is my favorite legendary Pokemon? I really like Giratina a lot because of its story. I think it's kind of an interesting concept, like the distortion world and such. So I'll say Giratina is probably like one of my favorite. And it was really cool in Arceus how they like made it such a tough boss battle. How about you? What are your favorite legendary? Alright. Just kind of cruising around. Yeah, no luck. I'm gonna try to go to the top floor and see if I can find any outside and then jump down. Rayquaza, that's a good one. That's definitely a solid pick. Okay. Oh, I thought I could... Wait, I thought I could use that to go up. Wait, what is this? Wait, can I go back? Can I go back to where, like... Oh, wow. Oh shit, I didn't know you can go back here. That's cool. I don't want to be in here, though. Whoa. Honestly, this story was pretty interesting. Lugia? That's a good one, too. That's like an OG. Yeah, Giratina is really interesting. I mean, it's essentially supposed to be like Pokemon's version of Satan. It was banished to the Distortion Realm for its crimes or something. Like, I don't know. And the Distortion Realm in Platinum was just so cool. It's unfortunate that the Diamond Pearl remakes didn't even include the Distortion World. Yeah, that makes sense. The movie back in the day with all the legendary birds in it. That was a pretty great movie as a kid. That was the second one. I remember as a kid watching that in theaters, and Donphan, like even Donphan and Meryl, when it first was kind of spoiled, there's a lot of speculation, like what was Meryl? Was it the infamous Pika-Blue? Like anyone who played Gen 1 knows what I'm talking about. Like there was so many rumors at the time. Like Mew was under a truck, which crazy enough, 20 years later, you can actually, you legitimately can get a Mew in Red and Blue by RNG manipulation. Like there's actually a way to get Mew without a Game Shark. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, at the time, people thought there was a rumor of a Pokemon called Pika-Blue. And then when Meryl got released, everyone was like, oh, that's Pika-Blue, and you can like hack it into the Gen 1 game somehow. When are they adding my OG Kanto Pokemon to the game? Which Pokemon are you thinking about? Because personally, I hope they do not bring in Venusaur in this game. because it would be way better for VGC if Venusaur is just not in this generation. Like, for me personally, I like these limited decks. I know like a lot of people maybe are not a big fan of there not being the full Pokedex in these games, but from a competitive perspective, it's like honestly the main reason why they are the way they are. Like, it's not because they can't put them all in, they just, I don't know, I don't know why they never just say this, but all the reason why the decks have bans and restrictions is because there's certain Pokemon that if they were allowed in this game would completely break VGC. Like Smeargle would be OP, Incineroar would definitely be unwelcomed in this generation. And honestly, I was kind of sad that they brought Charizard back, but it's not actually going to be as powerful as it was in Sword and Shield, for example. Because, like, obviously it was mainly because it's G-Max that it was so good, but Charizard plus Venusaur is just kind of annoying. And I just hate Chlorophyll, Sleep Powder, and Venusaur. It's honestly, like, one of the most annoying things in the game. So, yeah. You started with Gen 1, and when you started to watch the first movie theaters... Oh, yeah, you were like, what is the elephant thing? They just showed Dolphin in the first movie. It, like, has no big deal. The Grass Starter Cat has a move that always crits. Yeah, but that's technically not... Like, even that Pokemon is not broke. Like, that Pokemon. Like, it's mainly, like... The reason why Venusaur is so good is because it gets Chlorophyll and Sleep Powder. And anything that's, like, sleeping moves is just generally... Like, it becomes one of the fastest Pokemon in Sun in the game. And it always... And, like, it's just, like... Sleep Powder is not even really the best move. Like, having a move that's 75% accurate, and it... Like, think of it this way. People run Venusaur, and it's, like, a Pokemon that's not... It's still a coin flip Pokemon at the end of the day. Like, that's why I don't... That's why I think it's, like, unhealthy for metagames, is because it's so good, but it's also, like, it can just straight up cost you a game because you miss Sleep Powder. And does that make it balanced? No, like, I think when meta games get put down to coin flips, it's just not good. Like, it's just not a good meta. And, yeah. Like, it felt like a lot of times with Venusaur, you were forced to run, what's it called? The one item... Why can't I think of what it's called off the top of my head? The one item that prevents powder moves from hitting you. It's like the helmet or whatever. Or the safety goggles, that's what it is. So you run safety goggles purely to kind of like prevent this, the Amoonguss and Venusaur setup. No, I didn't stop. I was just kind of like all over the place. I mean, in this gen, like obviously we have Breloom and Amoonguss, and now the Brute Pokemon, whatever it's called. It's gonna be... That already is kind of annoying in itself, but... That's a reason why you might actually see people running Terra Grass as utility. Purely to... Like, if you're a Grass type, you can't get hit by these powder moves. So... There is a chance we will see people doing stuff like this. But yeah, I mean, like... I actually like... Like, personally, I'm a big fan of restricted dexes. Like, the less that I see from a previous generation, the better. And, I mean, they did nerfs and buffs, which, you know, there's going to be Pokemon in this game, early meta, that potentially never got play in years. Like, Arcanine's going to be viable. And Arcanine was still viable even in, like, Sword and Shield, but arguably extremely spicy pick when Incineroar is a thing. But because in this gen, like, the way the restricted meta is looking early game, like, Arcanine's probably going to be super good. But it's going to fall off throughout the game as they start adding different rule sets and allowing legendaries and such to be in the game. But yeah, I guess, like, I totally empathize. I'm not trying to, like, not, like, you know, I totally understand people want to see their favorite Pokemon in these games. But, like, when you start to understand, like, I guess, like, if you understand that, you can kind of respect it a little bit more. I mean, as a battler, I super appreciate it. But does it, it could be a completely imbalanced meta regardless of that fact. I mean, I feel like Game Freak, out of everything that they do, they at least balance the games relatively decent. But, yeah, we'll see. This game is still pretty early. And, you know, like I was saying a little bit earlier in my stream, the first tournament is still going to be people experimenting with different strategies and tech. So I don't think straight from the go we're going to actually see some of the best strategies we can actually perform in VGC doubles. But yeah, with that being said, definitely going to be very interesting. Oh, that would be cool, Rebel Rod. I bet you they will do some Team Star oriented events. That would make sense, right? See, like, the reason why Pokemon like Arcanine are good, like VGC and playing through the game are a little bit different. Like, Arcanine has Intimidate, which is already such a good move in doubles, but it also gets access to a lot of great support moves like Will-O-Wisp and Snarl. So essentially you could be running like Arcanine serves more as like a support Pokemon on your team. You bring it in to lower your opponent's attack. You want to burn the physical attackers to have their attack even more, and then Snarl is there to lower the special attack on both the Pokemon on the opposing side of the field. Here, let me see how much time I have left, by the way. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so I have about 5 minutes left. See, it's fine if I don't find a shiny, but just kind of want to show you how you can kind of take, if you and your friends like coordinate and plan out this stuff, you can like hook each other up with sandwich boosts. So yeah, I'd say like if you really want to like make a good connection with people and doing this, like offer to give them the boost before, you know, asking for it. Like hook up someone with a boost, let them hunt for a half hour, and then like, you know, return the favor. You know, it's a really nice like community effort in this regard, you know. And for all you know, you might create a great bond where you can like also trade version exclusive shinies with friends like that. Oh, interesting reverse stone. Yeah, so earlier you can do sandwiches in a group and create the, like everyone can participate and share ingredients if that's the route you want to go. But there's currently this like exploit in the game that people have discovered that's been going rampantly viral on YouTube and Reddit. So I did it earlier. Nate hosted the Union group I joined. He did a picnic. And we know all the recipes for the +3 encounter and shine or sparkling power. So all we did was pretty much I brought tomatoes and butter, and he used his Herba Mystica and tomatoes, and we made the sandwich. And what we do is after the sandwich is made, instead of like once you're on the screen that shows you the buffs, the person who is actually hosting the room, they can disconnect by like soft resetting their game. And what it does is it just, you know, it disbands the group, but the people who are in the group that aren't the leader will still be able to play as regular, and you'll still maintain the boost that you got from the Union code or whatever. But the person who actually soft resets and use their Herba Mystica, when they soft reset, it actually sends you back to the place you hard saved right before you did the Union group. So you don't waste any of your valuable Herba Mystica. So pretty much it's a way to get the boost unlimited, but you can't use it on yourself. You have to like, the only way it's unlimited is if you like give it to other people and soft reset. So that's what Nate did a little bit earlier for me. He hosted, he made the sandwich, used his Herba Mystica, then I got the bonuses and he soft reset. So he wasted none of his items. And I'm out here looking for a shiny. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting exploit. I was saying a little bit earlier that I plan on at some point doing streams where I'm just going to host different powers. Like I'm going to put up the code and people can join, and I'll just like give you guys a free 30-minute boost of a certain typing. So I will eventually try to do some streams like that. It's just like, it's kind of like, it's not that I don't want to help people out, it's just that like as someone who's like trying to, I'm competing on January 6th in the very first VGC tournament for Scarlet Violet, so I'm going to be grinding, trying to build my competitive teams and stuff. So I can't just sit there for like hours every day hosting people, but I do want to do stuff like that for the community, just to like hook people up as well. Yeah, they got rushed. This game is absolutely rushed. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate. There's so much good that's in this game, but yeah, there's like a lot of like there needs to be some quality of life updates. I mean, the game crashes at times randomly. Like, it's happened to me before. I've not lost any valuable save data or anything, but I know people that that's happened to. And if that does happen to you, there's actually an unknown, it's not like unknown, it's just like a very hidden way to recover your data you actually lose. So you might not realize this, but there's actually like a debug button input you can press whenever your game crashes. So even though you have autosave off, your game technically still kind of autosaves. So if the game crashes on you for whatever reason, I don't know what the exact inputs are off the top of my head, but if you just search in debug soft reset, you'll probably get a link, you'll probably get the inputs. But whenever you restart your game, there's like a certain button input you do, and it actually will bring you back to your last point that the game would have normally auto-saved. So yeah, if you don't know, like, that's actually something that could actually save you, you know, re-grinding hours of content. Yeah, like, I didn't know about this either, and unfortunately, if you can't, like, obviously, it's not going to help you right now if that's not what you're going through, but yeah, if you ever have that happen to you, just search in Google, because there actually, I don't know why it's not, like, obvious or well known, but there is, like, a way to bring back your data that you lost from the crash. So the way it works is, it's not an exploit, it's actually just like a feature in Pokemon games. Like, even though it doesn't, like, whenever your game would autosave, typically, it always actually saves that point. But it doesn't actually hard save over your data if you have autosave off. But if you do get the game that crashes with autosave off, and you input these key presses, it will bring back to where the game would have, if you had autosave on, it would have actually autosaved. I don't know, I hope that's not confusing, but yeah, it's just a way to save yourself from all the, like, lost grinding. Alright, I think that might be. Okay, our spawns are done now. Alright, real quick, I want to see where the moth thing spawns. I'm gonna go catch one real quick. Yeah, it's like a backup autosave, but you would never know about it because it doesn't affect your game ever, unless, like, you know about this debug input and the game crashes on you. So yeah, just something to consider if you're ever in that situation. All right, I just want to see real quick, because I want to see where I can catch both of these regionals real quick, Iron Moth and Iron Thorns. And I just want to go catch them real quick, just so I can get the dex entry. But yeah, I do host a lot of raids too in my Discord, if that's something you're interested in. I've been playing this game very actively. Like, I'm off today, so I'll probably be playing a lot even when I'm off stream. Okay, it's through area 1, so I'll have to go up to the top. But yeah, like, if you're interested to, like, stay in touch, like, definitely come check me out on my Discord and such. There should be, like, a link below. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, let me head out here and look around. Thanks again for tuning into the stream, by the way. Alright, it's saying it should be, like, around this area. So I'm hoping I can just find one. You know, that's what the thing is, like, I've found these already, but I just, like, I don't know. Oh, okay, it's actually right here. It's like, that was fast. I thought it would take me, like, forever to find one. Alright, now this is another strategy about catching Pokemon in this game. Quick ball it. If it doesn't catch, I'm just gonna run from it and just engage it all over again. Run, Does anyone have the Scarlet version of this Pokemon? The fighting bug one that they'd be willing to trade to me? Or even like touch trade it to me? Yeah, all you do is keep running and throwing a quick ball. It's so OP to use quick balls in this game, for real though. Alright, Iron Thorns. Alright. This is not gonna be like a big shiny hunting stream or anything. Like, I just kind of wanted to show some of these like little tips and tricks that I've discovered and would absolutely be helpful to you. You know, save your Herba Mystica, make some friendships with people, help each other out, you know what I mean? Like, that's really what a community should be about. You can get me one? That'd be hype. So you have Scarlet. Do you want me to, do you need the Iron? Here, I'll catch an extra one of these if you want to just trade one for... I'll give you one of these for that one. If that sounds like a solid deal, right? Alright, where's Iron Thorns at? Okay, it looks like it might be in this same area. Alright, let me run. You need the Tyranitar? Alright. If I can find two, I will give you one. I still gotta catch one, but that's my plan right after this. I'll catch this extra one just to have as like a trade. And if you're someone that needs to get these Pokemon as well from your version exclusives, there are trade codes publicly known by the community. Austin John Plays made a video about it too. There's a way you can actually get a regional Ditto. I got a French Ditto this way. But yeah, pretty much you can find, if you catch extras of your version exclusives, you can like mirror trade. Like I could trade this for the bug one if I use the code. So that's probably what I'll do, if anything. Okay, so T-Tar's the third base. I'll head down there. So I'm gonna keep running and engaging this. I just find it to be... I'm lazy. I don't know. I just find this to be so much easier. It's just like keep running and getting that initial quick ball. I don't need Roaring Moon. But I'm down to trade extra T-Tar for your bug. So I'm down to do that trade with you. Let me just, obviously let me catch this. I'll head down to tier 3 and then I'll go get Iron Thorns. Alright, let me run. Okay. Thanks again, yo. I really appreciate people tuning into the stream and such. I did my full playthrough of this game on YouTube. I do have a playlist there if you're interested in like checking out what my first impressions of the game and such were. Definitely had some spicy comments on the Elite Four. But yeah. I'm getting so close to the shiny charm. I probably will hold off my shiny hunts until I get my full decks at this point. I'm not gonna do that on stream, but I'd almost guarantee some of my next streams are gonna be a mixture of shiny hunting and VGC content. There's, you know, some of you on Twitch may know that, like, you know, I play Pokemon Go a lot there, and, you know, I have a big, like, reputation for being a battler or whatever. I did not even hit Expert this season in Go Battle League. I have not played. And I don't plan, like, I didn't plan on hitting it. I didn't care to. I don't know, I just feel like it's been really nice not playing Pokemon Go daily and such. It's like been so nice. And not that I don't enjoy the game still, but I didn't feel the need to hit Legend. And like, even though I have a YouTube channel dedicated to Go Battle League, it's like, no one cares if I hit Legend. You know, like I could always like try again. I just did not really enjoy a lot of the metas this season. For like, even like the open formats felt very much like not fun to play. But yeah, let's continue on here. I'm gonna go down to floor 3 and I'm gonna see if I can find myself some Iron Thorns. Really cool Pokemon, honestly. I'll definitely catch some extras if I can. I still have to evolve my Cosmog in Pokemon Go. Actually, I didn't even do that yet. Maybe I'll do that. Alright, so let's see. So you said go to the right-hand side once I leave the base. Let's see. Chicken Rock. Sableye swimming? To the left. Oh, okay. There's just a Sableye swimming. Wow. I don't think it was actually swimming. I think it was just standing there, but... Alright, to the left, you said. Let's find out. Hey, it's all good. I appreciate you even like giving me some info. It does speed up the process a bit. Braviary. Okay, I don't see anything just yet. I feel like this one might be... Oh, I need a Poniard, actually. I still haven't registered this Pokemon. It's so funny. Usually with me, like, Pokemon that are from previous gens, I just don't, like, prioritize catching them. Awesome. Alright, we got our Poniard Dex entry. Nice. Oh, it's a second station. It's all good, bro. I appreciate you, you know, I'm just blindly taking your info, but I appreciate you correcting me, so I didn't just sit here running for a while. Alright, let me go back and pour it down. Yeah, at some point, I definitely want to do some shiny hunting for competitive Pokemon. Because I want to kind of flex in my first tournament with some of my shinies. I'm relatively nervous. But yeah. I feel like I might even double down on Scarlet Violet VGC this cycle instead of trying to attempt doing Go. Like, I had to pick between Pokemon Go and Scarlet Violet, and it just felt like an easy, not like an easy decision, but it's hard to turn down getting to experience like the baseline like meta in these, like, it's usually the best meta in my opinion. Okay, maybe it's up here. Is it up this thing? Wait, I think I see it. Oh, never mind, there's a tree. Is this right? Was I supposed to go up there? I feel like I wasn't supposed to go up here. Let me try to look a little bit. Bottom and top. So it like spawns around here. Damn, this might be a rare one then. Yeah, I'm sure this one's kind of rare. Just keep going up and down. So, is this confirmed that when you zone, like maybe not zone, like, I know zoning. Oh my god, I almost thought that was a shiny for a second. Whenever you zone, like whenever they like you leave and they despawn, does that create a new spawn? Or do you have to like actually zone out into like a different area? Okay. Yeah, this seems rare, yo. I mean, I'm sure if I got the like electric boost or rock boost, it'd probably be spawning everywhere, but I almost feel like maybe I should just do that instead. Oh wait, here's one. There we go. I feel like this is a nod to Mecha Godzilla. Okay. It's Dragon Zord from Power Rangers. Yeah, something like Gaiju inspired. I mean, that's the original Tyranitar is pretty much based on Godzilla. Yeah, so pretty much just keep running and countering it and throwing quick ball. It's like the OP way to catch Pokemon. Especially if you're lazy like me. And you don't actually want to weaken it. Seriously, quick balls are so good. It's like the only ball I use anymore, unless I'm like particularly trying to put it in something. Okay. You know, honestly, I know like some people try to claim, it's so weird, like I've heard people try to say like Dynamax is like the worst VGC format. I do feel like this comes from people that actually don't play VGC. But like, I honestly feel like Dynamax is one of the best VGC formats we've seen in a long time. Like, everyone always tries to say Mega Evolution is... I'm like, bro, did you even play VGC during Mega? That shit was broke. Like, they had to ban... They literally had to change mechanics of Pokemon because of how broke some were. Like, I get, like, people like Mega Evolutions, but they honestly were just, like, way too broke in VGC. Dang, why won't this just catch? Z-move's arguably even worse. Alright, finally. We got our Dex entry, Iron Thorns. I'll try to catch one more. So I can trade with SKPT here. Giving them that high value trade. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the spawns just change every single time. I'm trying to learn more about how the spawns are... Like, are they unique spawns every time? It looks like they are. Which means that kind of adds to the theory that if you just keep cycling the pathway when you're shiny hunting, you could probably eventually find a shiny like that. Probably your best way to do it is like jump down the hole and like run up and then jump down again. You know? Alright, there's another one. That was actually really quick. Let me know when you catch the moth or whatever. You know what's really cool? Like, it's... I just realized that it's like... has a liquid inside of it or something. Alright, cool. Let me just catch this real quick and then I'll trade with you. That's crazy. That looks awesome. It's very interesting design. please. Honestly, I don't even want to make jokes about guns being in America. Because that shit might actually happen, and it won't be, like, funny. Alright. This is the strategy. Just run and throw quick balls. Yeah, for real. Sad. Alright. Just keep on running. You know the drill. Then I'll head out Area 0, bro. Just make a trade code that you want to use. Post it in the chat, bro, and I'll be sure to trade with you in the minute I catch this. So the nearest 20 Pokemon are stored. If you leave its immediate area, it will despawn, and they are all unique. So even like mass outbreaks, like I know that if you throw up a picnic, it despawns everything and respawns. But are you saying like if you just leave that little area and come back, all the spawns at the mass outbreak will be new? Yeah, that's what I was thinking is happening in the game. I know that like when you zone through the, like obviously there's like a technique when you're in a area that like is a town that zones and there's like Pokemon right there, you can actually just keep running in and out of the town to get a shiny spawn. That's what you did, right? Okay, we caught it. That's what you did for Meryl, right? Alright, sick. I'm gonna head out of here now. And let me give you one of these. There needs to be 4 more numbers. I think you just accidentally sent it early. I'm sure you already know that. Alright, let me head out of here because we're done. Alrighty. To be honest, I think after I do this trade, I might... I think I'm gonna end my stream after I do this trade for today. Pretty much did what I wanted to do on stream. I mean, I'm probably going to be playing still. I might restart another stream. I don't know. Like, honestly, I was like, probably just going to chill and play. But if you want to play, if you want to like do raids and such, I'll be like near my Discord and such. All right, let me get into the Poke Portal here. Yo, what's up, Ada? Great to see you. So SKP, so what's the trade code? There needs to be 4 numbers. How you doing, Ada? Great to see you. Just waiting to see the code. You're making some chicken enchilada skillet tonight? That sounds nice, yeah. Sounds yummy. There needs, is that, am I just typing that twice? Because there needs to be, I'm pretty sure there needs to be 8 numbers. Wait, you can only put in 4? Wait, does it works like this? Oh, you're offline, that's why. I was gonna say, but yeah, you have to connect to the internet. I mean, I'm sure you know that, but... Wait, what happened? Yeah, make sure you're connected to the internet. Wait, it is 4? I mean, it's letting me search for 4. Like, I guess I'll try it. Well, it's what I'm trying to understand is like, can you actually just type in 4 numbers and do a trade? Because it's letting me search. So it's like, would it actually work that way? Yeah, zoning is the fastest method for spawn checking. LR focus exploit is also fast. Wait, what's the LR focus? Yeah, I was like wondering. All right, cool. Alright, thanks for doing the trade though, bro. I really appreciate that. I'm glad I could help out too. So yeah, for the most part, mainly wanted to just catch my post-game legendaries on stream today and just kind of talk about some of these things that have been happening in the game that are really interesting to share. Yeah, definitely very, very interesting point in the game. Alright, let's see, bro. Where are my Pokemon? Interesting how they like... I'll give you this one, I guess. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. This will be another Dex entry. Bug fighting. Honestly, this Pokemon probably isn't going to get much play. Maybe. I mean, with terastallizing potentially, but it's like... I feel like if you're running a Pokemon purely just because it can terastallize, it might not be the best option. Like, if it needs to terastallize to actually be viable... And even, like, defensively terastallizing, I feel like you really have to have value for it. Like, you have to have a reason why you're trying to defensively terastallize something, aside just taking a hit. Like, can you output damage to one shot after the fact? You know, there's a lot of layers to it. I feel like most people are going to terastallize offensively in this game. Nice, Ada. That's clutch. Alright, thanks for the trade SKPT, I really appreciate that. What am I missing? Does anyone have the Magneton? Is anyone willing to trade me that Magneton? Actually, before I leave? Because that's the only one I think I need, still. I mean, I could just do it with the trade code. But, like, if someone has it and they're willing to just trade it to me or touch trade it, then that's chill too. Yeah, I think... that's the only one I need, paradox-wise. Then I'm really close. A lot of my entries are going to be very accessible for me. Like, that's even in a raid. Yeah, it's all good. Honestly, it's fine. I'll probably just try my luck off. I need a Drifloon still also, but... a lot of these I can just trade with the trade code. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to actually end my stream here today. I kind of just wanted to touch base, finish the post-game legendary stuff. And yeah, from there, later this week, expect more VGC content and some more, some VGC content and definitely raiding and shiny hunting. So thanks for tuning into the stream today. Definitely consider liking the stream if you're watching on YouTube, and the Sass Squad's getting stronger each and every day. You have a good morning, evening, afternoon for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks again for tuning in. Take care, friends. Bye. Take care.